Welcome back to Time Drops and welcome once again to another episode of What's New, a series on the channel where we run through all of what's new in the G-Shock world. I'm Andrew and as always I'll be running through all of the latest and upcoming releases. We'll talk a little bit about them and then I'll share my first thoughts and opinions. If that sounds good to you and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our awesome community, then sit back, relax and we'll jump right in. Kicking off with a brand new addition to the MTG lineup. G-Shock is set to release the MTG B1000 1A in October, initially in Japan with a retail price of 132,000 yen. This model boasts a more classic colourway and is rather reminiscent of the MTG B1000 1A released what is now 5 years ago. The dial of this B3000 shares the very same distinct features, including a white second hand and red accents on the battery indicator to show when it's running on empty. The MTG series is awesome and is renowned for its dual guard structure, as well as boasting a whole lot of functionality too, including the likes of Tough Solar, Multiband 6 and Bluetooth. In fact, if you want to check the B3000 out in more detail, I've just released a video of this mesmerising MTG Aurora Oval, so be sure to check that one out, once this video is finished of course. This is a very welcome and very wearable addition to the G-Shock family and a great way to kick off the show, which is brought to you today by Buy. Buy is a Japanese-based buying service that allows customers from all around the world to purchase products from Japanese online stores that don't necessarily offer international shipping, including the likes of Mercari, Rakuten, Amazon Japan, as well as the Yahoo shopping and auction sites. With Buy, you'll gain access to a wide variety of Japan-exclusive watches, including, of course, G-Shocks, just as I did when I picked up this awesome polar bear-inspired Rangeman. When you found what you're looking for, simply buy or bid through the Buy website. They will then purchase the item on your behalf and have it sent to their warehouse, before packing and shipping onto you for a reasonable fee. Of course, it's important to also factor in import costs to your country, but if, like me, you're desperate for a particular model, this is a great service to go for. If you're interested in checking them out, there's a link in my description below that will also give you 10% off your first purchase up to 5,000 yen. Thanks again to Buy and let's get back to it. Next up, in collaboration with Riot Games, G-Shock presents a special pair of limited edition watches inspired by the popular video game League of Legends. The GMB 2100 and the GA110 models both stand out with their incredibly unique designs. The former full metal Casioak in black and gold is priced at $1,100 and is inspired by the game's Hex Tech technology aesthetics. This model features a finish we don't see too often known as aged ion plated treatment, to give off a worn, almost vintage look. The dial continues the theme of these two colours but adds popping blue accents to its LCD display, sub-dial, minute hand and indices, with the game's logos on the first band links and caseback. On the other hand, the GA110 represents the character Jinx and features much more vibrant colours, with blue and pink LCD displays that are split by some bold yellow. There's even a rocket on the sub-dial. This model is priced at $200 and is chaos, but I'm sure is one that suits the taste of those who are big fans of the game. I've never played it myself but appreciate that metal Casioak for sure. These watches should be available in most regions as of right now. Next up, we have a whole load of black and yellow. You know what it is. Introducing the G-Shock Caution Yellow series, a release that comprises of 5 matte black models with bold yellow accents, a colour combination that's a favourite among many of us G-Shock fans. This series, set to release this month, also brings us some fan favourite models that nicely combine some older ones with the GA100 and 700, priced at $110 and $99 respectively, while bringing in some more recent advancements in the form of a GA-B2100 Casioak, a GW-B5600 that I'm sure will be very popular, and a very welcome new colourway to the GA-B001 family, all set to be around the $150 mark. I always say you can't go wrong with black and yellow. It offers so much versatility and on a G-Shock just works. Very hard to pick a favourite, but I'm going to have to go with that GA-B001. Great to see another addition to that lineup. Moving swiftly on, and next up we have the upcoming G-Shock Ninja series, inspired by Japanese ninjutsu. This limited edition series again includes 3 very popular models, with the DW5600, the DW6900 and another Casioak, priced around the $100 to $150 range. Each model represents a different ninjutsu technique, portraying this with their own unique design elements. For example, the square features a translucent navy blue bezel representing water techniques, while the black 6900 showcases a multi-angle graphic symbolizing the ninja's running style, while the grey GA2100 boasts a skeleton dial and translucent band, which represents fire and smoke techniques. Each of these models also features a shuriken or throwing star on their dials and casebacks. Apologies if I'm butchering these pronunciations, by the way. These are also seen on their band keepers, which nicely commemorates G-Shock's 40th anniversary, just the way the stars have done on the anniversary models this year. I really like this release, a wicked theme that allows for some mean colourways. All solid options, but I'm especially liking the smoky element to the GA2100. Next up, we have even more Casioaks, which is never a bad thing, is it? Expanding the GA B1000 series, G-Shock introduces 3 new multicolour accent models in October 2023. All 3 models feature a monochromatic style with their base colours in black, olive green and white respectively, then the popping multicoloured accents bring in the playful vibe. We haven't seen too many GABs released since their launch, and now we have a whole load in one episode. A reminder that these ones also include tough solar and Bluetooth, so slightly more enhanced than the OG from 2019, and with colourways like this are sure to be very popular. Me saying I like all of them is probably getting a bit boring now, but here we are again. The olive or black are probably the more sensible choice, but I can't seem to look away from that white model, so that one takes the crown for me. Let me know which one you'd go for down below. Now then, ladies and gents, saving the biggest release till last, G-Shock have just officially announced their all new Mudmaster, and man does this thing look good. The GWG B1000 series is introduced to us with 3 new models that include a forest green, a stealthy black and an awesome red. As you may have already noticed, this series introduces a new display layout never before seen on a G-Shock, or a Pro Trek for that matter. This features subdials for altitude and barometric pressure difference on the left and destination bearing indication on the right. Continuing the new, this series also marks the first G-Shock to combine tough solar, a triple sensor and Bluetooth all in one. Plus, this also introduces sunset and sunrise data as yet another addition on top of what the GWG 2000 offered. And let's not forget this new Mudmaster also carries the infamous multiband 6 plus a whole lot more thanks to its phone pairing capabilities, most notably its new location indicator. Yep, this thing's packed. This new beast is constructed of carbon fibre reinforced resin and stainless steel, with key components of the case bezel and band being made from bio-based resins. And to round the housing off, this dial is then protected by, yes, sapphire crystal glass. With dimensions of 58.7mm in length, 52.1mm in width and 16.2mm thick, the new GWG B1000 is slightly smaller in width and length than the previous GWG 2000, but 0.1mm thicker and 8 grams heavier at 114 grams. This new series is expected to launch in Japan on October 13th with a price of 121,000 yen. It has a US price of $800 and a UK one of £699. It doesn't look like you can go wrong with any of these models, but I'm personally going for that red. It's not a colour we see all too often and not one I'd usually go for, but just seems to work so well on this model. Very excited about this one, as I know many of you are, and I can't wait to get one in hand and bring to the channel to share with all of you. A reminder guys that if you want to stay up to date with the latest releases plus get access to exclusive giveaways, make sure you subscribe to the Time Drops newsletter by following the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. As always, let me know your favourite and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.